The Niger Delta is a peculiar region of Nigeria due to its economic importance to the country. However, the region also suffers huge human capital and social development deficits. As part of steps to tackle these developmental challenges and offer sustainable solutions, the United States Agency for International Development (USAID) and the Partnership Initiative in the Niger Delta (PIND) in 2014 launched and started the co-funding of the Strengthening Advocacy and Civic Engagement Program known as the SACE project.
The Strengthening Advocacy and Civic Engagement Project, the USAID Civil Society Project, aims to strengthen civil society to engage with government to bring about reforms that promote transparency, accountability, and good governance. And I'm sure that in a resource-rich region like the Niger Delta, nothing speaks louder than the fact that actually resources are not the problem, governance is the problem. And if we fix the governance of the Niger Delta, and indeed this great nation, this country will take its rightful place among the leaders across the globe.
The SACE project was launched following widespread poverty in the oil-rich Niger Delta.
Most of the crisis problems that we have today would have been drastically reduced, if not even eliminated, if there had been proper management of funds.
Despite the vast endowment of natural resources and human potentials, the Niger Delta region has continually been confronted with the perennial problem of inability to put in place good governance.
USAID Civil Society Project Charles Abani and Capacity Building Program Manager PIND Bosede Etokwa in their addresses described the SACE project as a success.
As this project is almost coming to an end, we feel particularly proud to be associated with a dialogue of this nature. We feel extremely happy that these organizations, in fact, we are no longer sitting in the front trying to drag people together, but actually government agencies, civil society, citizens groups, communities are coming together to have this dialogue. I think in a sense, we begin to get the feeling that our job really has been done. When we took our mandate from the PIN Foundation and USAID, they were very clear that what we want to see is the promotion of inclusive economic growth that will lead to sustainable development in the Niger Delta.
And the key objective of SACE in Niger Delta is to strengthen civil society capacity to demand for reforms that promote inclusive economic development. When you say civil society is demanding, that means there's somebody who is supplying. And the suppliers are the NDIs, Niger Delta institutions.
When we started, we discovered that most of our communities, they don't even know the mandates of the NDIs. They don't know the mandate of NDDC. They don't know the mandate of the SOPADEC. They don't know for ISOPADEC. They don't even know. All they know is that there is an organization called NDDC. But go a step further to ask, what do? They will only tell you, there's a signpost somewhere. They were the ones that did that road. There's a signpost somewhere. There's a school somewhere. There's scholarship. That is just all they know. Now, in engaging with them, we decided that there is need for these people, the citizens, to get the right information, to become aware of the NDIs around them.
The truth is, if the people of the region don't speak in one voice, then whatever effort, whatever partnership, whatever collaboration will not yield the needed, required result.
Part of what I've discovered working with civil society and working with the NDDC is also the fact that sometimes people assume that because a man is in position, he knows everything. We always have lessons to learn. Nobody knows all. So because you have a man who is serving as director somewhere does not necessarily mean that he will simply sit back and do everything correctly, which is where we have the need for engagement.
You still hear that the state petroleum minister still accuse the NNPC. So there is some challenge of accountability. So that's why we are focused on measuring the transparency and then also looking into the issue of accountability. How responsive are these institutions? That's why this tool is very, very important. So it's a two-pronged approach.
This is to formally, symbolically present the document to the NDIs. We hope the information contained therein will help them in their work. Thank you very much. Thank you.
We are happy to say that we've had 2 midterm evaluations that have been conducted about SACE. Both a national evaluation and a Niger Delta midterm evaluation. And the report we got showed that we have made progress in CSO NDI's engagement.
Through this project of SACE and PIN, we've been able to build capacity of these women, particularly in the area of engaging the government process. We were able to work with the cluster, we use a cluster model that involves us and the women.
We partnered with Partners for Peace in developing a platform where community members can actually report conflict issues without being identified. That eliminated the issue of fear.
For us, our capacity has been built. We've learned to advocate for our brothers and sisters who are in the informal sector. And it's been very enlightening. You would normally think that you just wake up in the morning, ask for what you want, and start plugging at it until you get a response. But no, we've learned the do no harm way of doing things. We've learned have a champion. You can't get everything yourself, you know. We've learned quite a lot
of successes that we could highlight. In Akwa Ibom, for instance, we are making fantastic progress on the passage of a youth empowerment bill that will secure a lot of employment opportunities for young people moving forward. Working with ANIJ and Light Africa, culminating in today's event, we have had extensive engagement with Niger Delta institutions, the PADEX, Niger Delta Development Commission, the Ministry of Niger Delta. And as you see today, they are sharing learning and best practices on the kind of collaboration that will improve citizen participation and enable more inclusive governance for those for whom those institutions have been set up to benefit.
SACE. We've been able to get a number of these organizations, these institutions, to collaborate, to partner with civil society organizations. I think that, for me, is an achievement.
It is the expectation of stakeholders that the impact of the program will be a long-lasting one.
NDI!